I'm eating a pumpkin cookie that is delicious from Walmart. And because I'm going to be talking about ghosts and it's scary, I thought, why not wear my ghost face shirt and my horror movie pajama bottoms. I'm cool like that. What's up, you guys? It's Atlanta and I am back today with another video, and it is going to be talking about my paranormal experience, and I am like really creeped out just thinking about talking about it. So something really creepy happened with ghosts and Ouija boards to me, and it's I have to talk to somebody about it because it's kind of freaking me out. So before I get into that, I'm going to tell you guys about some like paranormal experiences that I've had when I was younger, because they've had happened. So growing up, when my uncle was in jail, we moved into his house, which was a very, very old house, and it was scary. Like, this house, it was haunted. It was bad. So one night, me and my brother, this didn't happen to me, it happened to my brother, but we're laying out in the living room, and my grandma used to live with us, and he was waiting for her to come home from work one night. And so we're just like, we thought we'd stay up and be cool and wait for my grandma to come home. But I passed out, and so did he. But he woke up in the middle of the night to hear like this moaning noise. And I mean, I know it could have been our parents, but it wasn't, no. Because, he ran into the room because he was scared AF. Also, while in that house, my cousins, they had came over, and she was like 16, and I was like 8. I don't know. So she came over, and we were just hanging out in the living room. I think she was babysitting me at the time, and we heard a scream, and it was like a shriek. It was so, so horrible. It was like, we literally thought somebody was dying. So we heard it coming out through the garage, and our garage was in the back of our house. So we go to open the garage door, and right as we open it, the screaming just stopped, and then I shit my pants. So my grandma actually recently got us a Ouija board, and she got it from a yard sale or a garage sale, whatever you want to call it, and it has been through some shit. Well, it looks like it's been through some shit. The box is all tattered. It is so, so, so old. I was just like, it's going to be scary to use. I hope the spirits that, talked on it before aren't still with it. I don't know how it works, but it's scary. So my sister and I are firm believers in ghosts. We grew up, loving horror movies and ghost movies and just like any type of scary movie. So we've always believed in that. My parents and my brother don't, but they're not cool. So we went all out. We laid the Ouija board out. We put candles. We set the mood. We put all of our energy into it and just focused on this Ouija board. And it freaked us out. So anytime playing the Ouija board, I usually ask, what their name is. And so we did that. We asked what his name is. And then he said Sid. We don't know any Sid. No Sid lived in the house before us. So we were just like, okay. And then I followed up with the question, how he died, because that's usually the question everybody asks. And all he spelled out was mother. At first we were like, hold up, our mother did this to you? But no, he was talking about his mama. So then we started to ask other questions like, oh, when is your birthday? Like, how old are you? And he just went to goodbye. Like, he did not want to talk to us anymore. So the next day when I woke up, I was walking out of my room, and close to my door, this is kind of how my room was set up before. So like right here, so in my old house, this is where it would have taken place, like right here next to my dresser. And if you walked close to it, there was just this foul stench, and it was so bad. It smelled so bad. We didn't know what it was, and I was like, did a pipe break in our bathroom or something? It was like, it smelled like shit and ass and dead souls. So then I'm like, Daytona, come here, what is this? And it was like, if you walked away from it to the other corner of the room, you wouldn't smell it, but if you walked closer, that's when you would smell it. And it stayed there for like a good 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden it just disappeared and the stench was gone. And I told my sister, I was like, I bet you somebody effing died right there. Somebody was dead right there, and that was their body stench of when they had died. It was like seeping up through the walls and the floors. So we were kind of creeped out. We were like, what the F was that? We didn't know what was going on. We didn't know if it's some plumbing type shit. But we put it into our heads that a dead body was right there. So we also started to see things around our house. So me and my brother are sitting in the living room watching a movie. So we have all the lights out. It's dark, it's nighttime. So we set the mood by turning off all the lights and we're watching a movie. And out of the corner of my eye, I could see my dad walk into the kitchen. So I didn't think anything of it. So I just kept staring at the TV and continued to watch. But then I realized like 5 minutes later that like no light was turned on. And like I was like, it's pitch black in here. He would have to turn the light on to see. So I turn and nobody is effing in the kitchen. And I swear to God, I kid you not, I seen somebody just walk in and I thought it was my dad. And that freaked me out, and I told my brother, I was like I was literally shaking. It freaked me out so much. So then I didn't tell anybody about this. So the next day my sister is in the living room watching TV, and she thought she had seen my dad walk into the kitchen, and she turned to ask him like, can you get me something to drink? And nobody was in the kitchen, and that's when I pissed my pants. This shit started to freak me out so bad. Like, we didn't want to tell our mom, like, yeah, we used a Ouija board in the house and there's a spirit in here, like, coming after us. Because she would have been pissed off and she would have kicked our asses. So, we never told my mom about this. A few days later, we wake up and my mom was like, she was like, I got freaked out so bad last night. I thought I heard somebody walking in the hallway, and I got up to see who it was because it was like 3 in the morning. And she walks out in the hallway and nobody's there. And I was like, oh my God, it's happening to my mom. Me and Daytona aren't crazy. It's actually happening. There is a ghost in our house. So, are you ready for what made us shit our pants and leave? So we decide to get out the Ouija board again to ask Sid, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you doing this to us? So we got out the Ouija board and we're like, yo, Sid, was this you doing this shit to us? And it goes to no. And I'm like, huh, what? What? And then we said, well, who was doing all this? And then it just spelled out, Mother. It's giving me chills talking about this. So then me and my sister got so freaked out, we threw our Ouija board away because we were like, no, this shit is not going down anymore. We're getting rid of any spirits that we, use that board to talk with, and, it's going away. I wish we could have torched it right then. So then, the next day, I'm in my room, and I open my closet to, get some clothes on, and guess what the hell is sitting in my closet? If you guessed the Ouija board, you were right. This is giving me chills, and it's making me so scared thinking about it. I'm not even going to be able to sleep tonight. And I know like a lot of you guys probably think like ghosts aren't real, or you're thinking like I'm making some shit up, but I'm not. Like this literally happened to us, and it freaks me out so much. And like when I watch other people's paranormal experiences, I am so scared for them. I'm like, I know what you're going through, and it's so scary to go to sleep at night because you're like, what if this happens again? Or what if there's a ghost standing above me, And then like little things like my dog would sit in the room, in my sister's room, and she would like look up at the ceiling and she'd look back and forth like that, and then she'd start barking for no reason, and we thought, oh, it's like a fly or something, because she loves to chase flies. She's a little weird, but that's what she'd do. She would like sit at the edge of the bed like this and just go, and then bark, and I was like, okay, there's a ghost crawling up on our ceiling. And then this is what like pushed me to the boiling point because it freaked me out so bad. Oh my God. So one night my cousin was staying over, and I like made her a bed on the ground. She was sleeping on the ground, and I slept on my bed because I used to like not like anybody sleeping in my bed. I still don't like people sleeping in my bed with me, but I'm just nicer about it. And then it was like 5 in the morning, and I felt somebody crawling into bed with me, and I was like, oh, my cousin, it got uncomfortable for her. She's getting into bed with me, whatever. I just stayed where I was and just like went back to bed. And then I woke up in the morning and my cousin was on the ground. And I started to think, I was like, well, I thought she got into bed with me. Was I dreaming that? Like, what happened? And then it clicked that it was probably Sid or Sid's mother crawling into bed with me. I literally woke her ass up and I was like, dude, did you crawl into bed with me last night? She was like, no, I stayed on the floor, like, why would I have crawled into bed with you then got back on the floor? And then I started freaking out. I went to ask my dad. I was like, yo, did you come in my room and, like, try to check on me? Like, there was, like, pressure being pushed down on my bed. Like, I felt somebody, like, crawling into bed. And he was like, no. And, then I asked my sister, because my sister would come in my room, like, all the time without knocking. So I was just like, oh, it's Daytona. She came in. She, like, looked over to see if I was awake or something and then left. But no, she was still asleep. And I asked her, I was like, dude, was it you? And she was like, no, like, and my sister wouldn't lie to me because she believes in ghosts too, and we wouldn't freak each other out like that, like, as a prank. So I knew she was telling the truth. So I was like, I gotta get out of this house, because if somebody is crawling into bed with me, like, what the hell are they gonna do next? So thankfully, we were renting this house. Thankfully, the owner was selling it, and so we had to move out, and now we're in this house because I was, like, ready to move out anyway. I was like, Georgia, do you see another ghost or something, girl? Why the hell are you barking? So we moved into this house, and we swore, we're not going to play the Ouija board. We're not going to do it. We're not going to bring any evil spirits into this house. This is a nice house. Georgia, I swear to God, that dog better be seeing a ghost or I'm going to kick her ass. I shut her up. And we'll just ride all day. We're not gonna live any other way. No, we're not gonna live any other way. I'm talking about ghosts.
Are you telling them my story?
Well, you can tell them.
Okay, so the first time I had a ghost experience, well, I guess it was a ghost, but I was on my phone and the music was playing and it was like a G-Eazy song, and all of a sudden it started, like, slowing down and getting, like, deep, and just started, I don't know, it was really weird. It just started slowing down, and, like, I can't even explain how creepy it was. I don't know, you have to, like, anyways. And then my phone just shut off, and then it turned back on me, and so I was like, okay, that was really weird. And it was, like, right after I was, like, talking to ghosts. And then my other experience happened recently after, I know I was trying to talk to a ghost, I think. I don't know.
Probably.
Anyways, I wasn't even on my laptop. My laptop was just sitting next to me, and it was turned off because I had just finished, like, writing an essay, I think. And it was just sitting there. It was open, and all of a sudden it turned on and started playing my Pandora, and it just started playing some ex-ambassador song, and then it shut off, and, like, just went, like, it went blue, and then it went black, and then it just shut off. I was like, oh, God.
There's a ghost up in here. Should we get the Ouija board?
No, I'm scared. That's why I was, like, looking for it. I'm scared.
It's over here now.
Oh, I'm terrified.
Alright. So that was my sister's part of the story. So we tried the Ouija board out, and we, set everything up like we were supposed to, but nothing happened. We tried to talk to it. It wouldn't move. Like, nothing was going on. So we were like, okay, maybe it was just some electronical glitch that happened to both her phone and her laptop. But nothing has happened in a few days, so we are okay. We're good. I think, either the ghost got tired of us, or, he just left and was like, bye, bitches. So that is my ghost experiences that I have, and if you guys have any too, please leave them in the comments below, because I love to be scared, and I don't know why I do this to myself. Also, go ahead and leave some video requests down below on some videos that you guys would like to see me do. I like to do story times, I could do advice, I could talk about my anxiety, I could, do challenges, I could just do besides talk, I could do a wide range of things. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!